What's up, my people? So I come with some information. I'm getting that South Africa is currently suffering now with a huge number of foreigners. They are seriously suffering with a huge number of foreigners after them trying to drive away Nigerians and Zimbabweans. You get, so they are seriously suffering with a huge number of foreigners. How are they going to do with a huge number of foreigners that just came into their country? And you know what? They are Palestinians. Palestinians foreigners just came into South Africa. They are in Johannesburg right now. They came into South Africa. A huge number of them, roughly 153 Palestinians that just came into South Africa. So we don't know how the South African government are going to do. We don't know how the South African government is going to do. How are they going to manage this situation? They are really suffering with a huge number of foreigners, which means that they'll start dealing with Nigerians, Zimbabweans, Palestinians. Is a very big community. In the long run, very soon, when Palestinians will settle, they'll start building their own community. You get, to start building their own community, and their community will be massive. I don't know how the South African government is going to do, but there's going to be a serious problem. You get, so they came into South Africa through the chartered flight, and then there's a ministers have been sending in messages from all over. South African ministers have been sending messages from all over. I read that a minister said, the Palestinians said they fraud, like they convince Palestinians to pay, they are going to travel out for a better future and all whatnot, and then they gave money, and all of a sudden they came to South Africa. You get, so South Africans are suffering. They are suffering presently with a huge number of foreigners. With a very huge number of foreigners, they are really suffering, and it's not a good thing. After them fighting, they wanted to drive. In fact, they are struggling to drive Nigerians. They are struggling to drive Zimbabweans from their country, and now Palestinians have entered. They have entered, and then the good thing is that there's a local NGO who who is willing to host them. So when they enter Johannesburg, you get, they were held. When these Palestinians entered Johannesburg, they were held for 12 hours. They were held for 12 hours. Many of them do not have passports. Many of them lack traveling documents. Many of them do not have residence where they are going to stay. You get, so they just came into the country just like that. They just came from into the country just like that through the chartered flight. They just came into the country just like that. So they had to do some investigation, and they noticed that many of them do not have travel documents. Many of them do not have where to stay. Many of them do not have passport. You get, so this local NGO now just came in and said the NGO wants to help them and host all of them. Do you know it means you host a huge number? You will not be able 153 and more. 153 is an estimated number. So you get, they are a very huge number, and very soon the South African government will see in charge situation. One of the ministers said they are giving them a 90 days visa exemption. 90 days visa exemption. 90 days is, let's just say, more than 2 months visa exemption, and within that 2 months Palestinians will feel very comfortable in their country. They want to start working, because they can't sit just like that. The South African government will need to give them jobs, offer them places to stay. The South African government will still want to give their children schools. You get, give them a place to stay, that's accommodation, offer them jobs so that they don't need to work some money for themselves, provide them with schools, healthcare facilities, and that might come free. We don't know, but it might come free. We don't know. So the South African government is really in trouble. South Africa as a whole is in trouble. They have been trying to fight Nigerians and Zimbabweans. They want them to leave the country. Nigerians came in peace. They came for business. They came to work and grow the South African economy. Same as Zimbabweans came in peace. They came to work and then to grow the South African economy. But South Africans didn't want them at all. Now they have gotten something more than that. A load. They don't get load. They don't get load way past them. And when South South Africans, they will suffer. South Africans will suffer, die. They are struggling. They are going to struggle. Truth be told, they are going to struggle because they have been trying to drive away Nigerians. Nigerians is a community where anywhere they go to, they bring in positive impact, positive change, very positive change. They want the community to grow. They want the South African community to grow. Zimbabweans want the South African community to grow, but see that driving them away. Now they have had Palestinians who are suffering from trauma. Palestinians are seriously suffering from huge trauma. They are running away from war that's happening between Israel and Palestine and the Palestinians. They're running from war that's happening in Gaza. You get, so they are going through trauma. So it's going to take a lot of time for them to calm down themselves from their trauma. And the South African government needs to do something about it. They are driving away people and more people are coming. I don't know what's going on. What is really going on? People will have left Nigerians and South African states so that they'll be able to support you people as much as they can, so that when situations like this arises, they'll know what to do. But still yet, no people are driving them away. Now people have a huge number of foreigners, Palestinians. Very soon, as they are coming in, with no time, the South African government will need to provide them accommodation, provide them schools, provide them jobs, provide them with so many day-to-day facilities or life activities. You understand? Okay, with time, after some time, they will have to invade the South African community. They will have to invade South Africa. They will start building their own communities. When they start building their own communities, people are going to face it difficult. Now cry, Muslims, fear them, fear Muslims. So Muslims, when their head they hurt, their head they shake, misbehave, fear Muslims. So they are going to create their own communities. Very soon they'll say they want to start building their own mosque. They'll start occupying lands in South Africa. They want to start building their own mosque. That's how communities are growing. And very soon they'll start taking all over everything. So Nigerians and Zimbabweans were there. They did not care about wanting to take over the government and all. What they came for was to do business, improve the standard of living of South Africa, mind their own business. Now Palestinians have come in. Palestinians are people, when they come in for business, they come in for business. They come in for serious business. They are not here to, for business. They want to occupy a territory, they occupy it. They occupy all place where all place they occupy them. You get? They want to occupy a place. Very soon they will have to tell the government that they need a place to worship. Since they are not Christians, they are Muslims. The government will need to provide them with land where they have to build their mosque, where they have to worship. That's how it starts, or that's how it begins. You get? So we don't know how the South African government is going to deal with that. And Trump too is coming in with another trouble. Trump has caused a lot of harm to South Africa, making South Africa look bad and all whatnot with all that, and then foreigners again still come in again at this very point in time. Ministers are just popping in with messages all over here and there. The minister of Home and Affairs, is it Home and Social Affairs or whatsoever, have given them a 90 days visa exemption. Let's just wait and see what's going to happen. As for Nigerians, please stay safe. Zimbabweans, please stay safe. Stay safe. Be careful, because even though this is happening, South Africans will still want to drive you away. South Africans will still want to say, no, leave my country, leave our country, we don't want you people. You people should deal with the Palestinians that have just entered your country. People that have gone through a lot of trauma. You must see how to deal with them. See how you are going to deal with them. It's very important. Forget about Nigerians, forget about Zimbabweans. See how you deal with the Palestinians who are out there in your country. Please. Stop boarding Nigerians. They have nothing to do now with you people. Stop boarding Zimbabweans. They have nothing to do now. Foreigners, the real foreigners have come. Deal with them now. Let's see how it's going to go. Deal with them. Deal with those foreigners. Let's see how it's going to go. Nigerians were there, peaceful, helping you people. Zimbabweans are there, peaceful, helping people, helping to grow the South African economy by driving them away. Now Palestinians have come. We'll see how people are going to do it. South Africa is suffering right now with a very massive number of Palestinians. That is how in the past, we don't want what happened in the past to happen this time around, to re-happen again. What happened in the past, whites came to South Africa, invaded South Africa, and they have taken all over South Africa. They have totally taken all over. They are trying to take power. I don't know if they are trying to take power or they have taken over South Africa. Whites are controlling South Africans. You get, and that's how Palestinians are going to enter, create their own communities, and start taking all over South Africa, invading South Africa in one way or the other. It's not easy, yeah. It's not easy. South Africans, you people have a lot of work to do. The South African government have a lot of work to do. My question is, the questions I have is, who is what is chartered flight? Who is the chartered flight? Why did they have to bring in Palestinians from Gaza to South Africa? Why? Who are they? And then why did they have to bring in Palestinians from Gaza to South Africa using the charter flight? Who is the charter flight? And then what if more Palestinians come in? You have opened doors for a few, then which means that you are going to open doors for more. You are going to open doors for more Palestinians to come in. What if more come in? How is the South African government going to do, or going to manage that population after them trying to drive away foreigners from their country? Now more foreigners have come. Let's see how they're going to do it. You get? So I don't know. South Africa is seriously suffering from foreigners. Seriously suffering. Foreigners have come. People should leave South Africa. People should leave Nigerians. Leave Zimbabweans. Leave them. They are there in peace. They come here for peace. Palestinians have come. They are gradually going to invade. We are not wishing them bad. We pray that the South African government should look for a solution. If South Africa wanted to help Palestinians, he will have helped them. The government will have helped them in their country. People will have helped them in their country. Like, they should go back to their country. You provide them with food, provide them with humanitarian aid, as with all what anything concerning humanitarian aid, you have helped them in their country, not bringing them to your country and then wanting to help them in your country. They are gradually going to invade your country, occupy lands, jobs, schools, many. And I will see how people are going to drive them away this time around. So foreigners are so many in South Africa that are really suffering. Let's just watch and see how the South African government is going to deal with that. Please do not forget to like, comment, and share.